Hello, students. Teacher making weird statements, reporting. I just wanted to comment wonderful things about last night's lesson with the advanced group. Well, I just got up, so I'm kind of sleepy right now. As you can see, I am wearing pigtails. These are pigtails or plaits in British English, but pigtails in US American English. Of course, later I will brush my hair, have a shower, those things. Anyway, I wanted to comment that, well, yesterday we had a lovely lesson as usual. We had more new students. We are in mid-November, I think. What's the date today? What was the date yesterday? I can't remember. Anyway, and we had new students. It was like 2 women and 2 men. Yes, so that was 4 new students and 3 more on the list. Well, sort of new students, somewhere new. Anyway, and we had to see if we were going to split the group and just have 1 lesson a week, or, to have half of the group one day. Our lessons are 2 hours and 5 minutes. Or if we were going to have 2 lessons a week, with what kind of maximum ratio of students in the classroom, right? The classroom we're using is room 1, and it's quite big. So because I didn't know how many people were coming to class, because we are in public education, but it's non-compulsory, I arranged the chairs. I usually arrange the chairs in a semicircle so everybody can see everybody's face. I use kind of eclectic communicative method, so we communicate. Everybody communicates, right? And then when there are more people or more people attend the lesson, we have like a double semicircle. I call it the inner circle and then the outer circle, right? So, but in this case, we need to have chairs with the security distance. So, I arranged the chairs as I could, not to make the most of the space, to fit the most number of chairs I could, but try to respect the kind of semicircle arrangement, right? So, and I saw that I could fit 14 chairs. Well, the maximum is 12 students, but because that room is the biggest, I mean, there are two of the rooms in our school are the biggest rooms. So 12 is the average for everybody, but there are rooms that are smaller, like the one I use on Mondays. That one, I mean, we cannot fit more than 8, and 8 is quite too many, really, for that room. And then this one, right? So I saw that we could fit 14 chairs, keeping the semicircle in the central semicircle, so I can stand and move and and explain things, and people giving oral presentations can stand and move too. So I asked students if they wanted to split the group, and it seemed that they were not very happy with that option. So I told them, listen, we can be creative. You have a WhatsApp group, so maybe like 1 hour before the lesson, because our lesson starts at okay. Let me do this. Our lesson starts at we arranged in the end, because teachers have 5 minutes per hour. So because the lesson is 2 hours 15, well, I take 10 minutes from there. So in the end, we arranged that our lesson is from not 6:30, it's from 6:45 to 9. Okay? So our lesson is that. Okay, 6:45 to 9. So, and then we have tutoria, but now you know that with the COVID curfew, the school has to be closed at 9:30. So when people remain, stay after the lesson to tell me something, to ask something or whatever, I really need to tidy up my mess and put my things away quickly, because we need to leave at 20. Well, I need to leave. I'm with the janitor, with Anna, at 9:25 at the latest. Okay, so now I realize that I'm not telling I'm not telling the story I wanted to tell, but this is good for your English, because I'm trying to explain. I'm explaining, this issue of arrangements to keep the security distance, and this issue of the turns, no, of splitting the groups for security reasons, and that's the reason why some groups where there are lots of students and there's not enough space in the room have only one lesson a week, and when there's enough space in the room, or not enough students, because a lot of students are not coming to class, because this is non-compulsory education, this is language education, public language education, then we can manage to continue, to keep the 2 lessons a week, right? So, as this group has grown in number, because vacancies have been offered now in November, it seems, then now we are 19 in the list, in the roll, but I know that 2 people are never going to come, and this week on Friday I will start phoning people. I mean getting in touch with students who have not come, who have not attended the lessons, to see if they are ever going to come, or if they plan to come whenever, to book the date when they plan to come, and then give this information to the group who usually come, to see if we can arrange, if we have to arrange some kind of something. The idea that we have decided upon is is that the WhatsApp group is going to monitor 1 hour before the group starts, the lesson starts, more than 12 or 14 people